Hi everyone, how you guys doing? Good. So welcome to this period 9 webinar today. Hi guys. Okay, I see a lot of you here tuning in today. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you here, and happy new year. And I hope that everyone in a good mood today, at least. And I'm sure that all of you here have amazing goal you want to achieve in 2021 and beyond, right? So, yeah. So now, as we're speaking right now, we're in the first month of the new year. If you look at the Chinese solar calendar, this is the February month would be the first starting month. It's a tiger month here. So yes, good to see you guys here. Hi, Janet. Hi, Yvonne. Hi, Amelia. Okay, so Sanjayja. All right, so cool. So today, let me just before I start today's webinar here, let me just introduce a little bit about myself. How many of you here are very new to this? Probably this is the first time you joining my webinar. All right, type the word me right now. I want to see who you are. You're totally new. You are fresh. Okay, all right. So let me see. I know some of you here are already a seasoned practitioner. Okay, I see some me here. Good. Okay, sweeping, Calvin Chong, Hannah, Henry. Okay, nice. Okay, so welcome. Yeah. So for those already quite a seasoned or a student here. Yeah, let's welcome all the new joiners in this webinar here today. I see a lot of you here. Rachel, Ain, Tan, Channel. Okay, welcome. So if this is the first time you are seeing me here today, and let me introduce a little bit about what I do. Yeah, my name is Iverson Lee, and I'm a consultant, speaker, and instructor from Joe Yap Consulting Group. So what I do on my daily basis here, I'll do a lot of consultation, and also I help a lot of people from all different walks of life, from business owner, business tycoon, professionals, students, so no matter who you are, so if you actually seeking for help, or you want to achieve certain goal, or maybe you just want to eliminate certain problems in your life, so I actually using this Chinese metaphysics system here to help anyone that interested to improve their life and take it to the next level. How many of you here have something, I would say, big or something exciting to achieve in 2021? Yeah, please type the word me right now, because that's the whole purpose why we use Chinese metaphysics, right? It's not just to do prediction, and then to do a fortune telling stuff. That's not what we do here. So what we do here is to make dreams come true, right? And believe that dreams really can come true. Yeah, I see a lot of that. And there's a lot of proven testimonial, that all of us here have the capability to achieve what we want in life, provided we have the right tools. That's why I always tell people, okay, I see so many me. I always tell people that I believe that anyone, I don't care who you are, what your background, anyone, as long you have the right tools, you can change your destiny. And I see that a lot of you here typing me here, you already have a certain goal you want to achieve. And of course, right, there are so many ways we can actually improve our chances to achieving the goal. So the system that I'm using and the team is using here is a Chinese metaphysics system. So probably some of you heard about Feng Shui, Chimen Dunjia. Yes, this is the tools that I'm using. And first of all, before I actually help people doing this, I actually apply this system on my own life first, right? Because I need to eat my own cooking, right? I cannot just tell people, do this. And in fact, I didn't do it, right? So it's not fair, right? So that's why when I practice this, the first person, that to apply into is myself, right? That is where and some of you know me back like 7 and 8 years ago. I was in a totally different profession, compared to what I'm doing right now. I was a programmer, and I don't like to speak to anyone, so my favorite hobby is just look at a monitor screen. That's it, so it's a very different life back then. And that time there are two things that I not satisfied about in my life. The first part here, the first thing that I'm not satisfied is I don't like my job. How many of you here hate your job right now, but you need to do it because you want to make a living, you want to earn a living, and it's very hard to find another job. And how many of you here, you don't like it, you hate it? Yeah, deep down in your gut, you hate it. Yeah, this is a feeling I had, 7 years ago. I'm not saying that programmer is not fun. Yeah, to some people they like to do it, but for me, I don't like it. Yeah, I hate it. And the thing here is, people, my surrounding, a lot of people that actually, I have the privilege to work, to talk to my friends, my relatives that keeps thinking that I'm enjoying my job. They think that I'm living my dream, but actually I'm not. Their inside is dying. I think some of you actually know how it feels, right? So, and a lot of people think you're doing all right. Actually, you're not. Yeah, you feel like you drag yourself, go to work on every Monday morning. So that time, let me share with you a little bit. During that time here is my favorite day is Friday. Because I don't need to work on Saturday, right? So there's a phrase that actually I like it a lot. Is thanks God it's Friday, TGIF. And then what is the day I hated the most is on Sunday evening. Why? Because the next day not so long from the Sunday evening, then the next day you need back to work again, right? So I feel bad. I feel emotional. I feel emo. It's probably that's the right word, emo. So therefore, I discovered that, a point that this is no longer working. If I go to stick with that job for 20 years, then I will not be happy. Yeah, I know some of you are programmer, is fine. If you like your job, continue to do it. But for me, I discovered that this is not something I want. Yeah, that's the first thing that I want to change something, but I don't know how. And then also on the second thing that I'm not satisfied at the time is my financial standing as well, because I'm behind the creditors, and then they're calling in, and then a lot of people think that time I earn a decent salary. Actually, is far from the truth, because that time I have one very special talent, or you can call this a special gift. My talent is shopping. I can do that easily. The moment I get my salary, the moment the check coming in, and then within one day I have the ability to spend everything. Yeah, this is my talent. that I have. How many of you here have this talent? Yeah, you have this talent about shopping. Yeah, your shopping ability. This is what I acquired. Probably is my gift. I don't know. No one taught me this before, right? It just happened like that. So if you have the same feeling or the same talent, you're my friend. Okay, so that time I discovered this talent at my very young age. And what I do that time here is, if I earn 10,000, right, I have the ability to spend 30,000. So 3 times of what I'm actually earning. Yeah, that is my true talent. If you want, Iverson, if you ask me, what is my talent is, I will say it's shopping. You think about this, right? If I earn 10,000 per month and I spend 30,000, this is in the long run is going to the wrong direction, right? That's what I actually facing. And then to a turning point is when, I still remember during that time, although that time I'm heavily in debt, but I don't really feel the pinch yet until a situation that triggered me is when my parents, my father actually told me that he is going to retire soon. And my mom is not working. She's housewife for her whole life. So the breadwinner actually comes from my father. And he told me that he planned to retire. So that time I say, hey, as a son, right, I still need to I need to actually make more money. Not only to support myself, but also to support the family as well, right? So I feel pain, right? I say that, hey, I must do something on it. And therefore, that time I discovered this Chinese metaphysics system, and then I learned a lot. I drilled down a lot, and of course with people help and with God will as well. And fortunately, I able to turn around the situation. All right, so I'm still growing and still improving, but looking back, I will say that right now I have the more freedom to make a lot of options in my life, right? So therefore, I would say that and once I actually discover the power of this system here, I actually make use of this system here to help other people as well through 2 ways. One way is to consult them, and sometimes I also teach a lot of classes as well. So like right now, occasionally I also do a lot of webinars. So especially for beginner like you, right, you don't know where to start, I think probably this is one of the way I can reach out to you. I mean that, like, in the old times, I met certain people, certain noble people that actually teach me this knowledge. One of these noble people is Dato Joey. He teach me this knowledge about Chinese metaphysics. Then I see that another way for me to pay forward is to do a lot of webinars, to share with you. Okay, so especially for someone very new here. So of course, every webinar I will talk about different topics, right? So I don't have a fixed so-called a syllabus what to talk every time. So it very depends on the audience. And some of you actually join my Telegram. I actually read those feedback, although I didn't actually reply every one of this, but actually read it because there's so much of it. I cannot have the time to do it. So I gather feedbacks. I actually observe what are the subjects or what are the things that you guys really need. In this in 2021 and moving forward, right? So from there, I say, hey, how about we do this? How about we do that? So that's why we actually have a lot of ideas of what our webinar we're going to conduct. And today we're going to talk about period 9. Okay, so due to popular requests, a lot of people are asking, hey, what is this period 9 is all about? A lot of people talking about this, but and especially beginner, you're totally flawed, right? Don't know what actually what is period 9 in this. So therefore, I take the liberty, I would say, this opportunity here today to actually share a little bit about this. So you at least know what is period 9, and more importantly, what can you do? Something you can do today to actually benefit from it. Do you guys want to learn this or not? Right, so yeah, this is what I plan to do today. Okay, so if you are ready, type the word yes here. So all of you here are ready. Yeah, ready means you have high energy, you're willing to learn, and more importantly, you're willing to take action after this, right? So yes, that is the true learning. Okay, I see a lot of yeses here. So without wasting further time here, let's start this. Yeah, so let's talk about this period 9. Period 9, let me show you this slide here first. Period 9, as shown on screen here, this word here is, if you are learning Chinese metaphysics before, even you're beginner, yeah, so I think this word here, I'll say you hear this quite often. Everyone talking about this. So basically, period, yeah, the word period here in Chinese metaphysics talking about timing. Right, so the timing that actually the phases of our season, yeah, that all of us here will go through, and also like even if you observe the world economy, right, there will be an industrial age, and then there will be an information age, right? Right now, a lot of information, yeah, we do IT. In the previous age will be industrial age, right? So where a lot of factories, a lot of manufacturer, so the world is changing, yeah. So there's a different cycle of it. So, and the same thing when we look at Chinese metaphysics, there will be also a cycle, yeah. Things will be very different on every cycle. So we actually use a number to represent it. So as we are talking right now, so we are in this period 9, we just actually shift into period 9. So, and previously, if you look at 2000, the last 20 years, that was period 8. So the numbers is not a lucky number. It's just a representation of different period for easy reference only. Okay, so now we are in this period 9, right? So, and every time we shift to a new period, there will be a huge impact, yeah, on how we live our life. Yeah, first of all, there will be a shift of consciousness. People want different thing in different period. And also there'll be a changes on the trend as well, or the business, the way we conduct business, because the moment the trend is changing, so it will affect how the business being run and what our career will become prosperous and in demand during different period, right? So we need to know about it. Don't you think this is important? Right? Do you realize that, the most sought after career 10 years ago doesn't exist today? Yeah, that is how fast. Yeah, that's how fast that actually the things shift, So which means that some career that pays you a lot, a lucrative salary, and you fast forward to today, those career already obsolete. It doesn't exist anymore. So therefore, we need to know, right? We need to know what actually is coming. Not only what happened now, is what is the upcoming one. So we have a better plan. So the difference between someone have a great life and a mediocre life is not about the destiny chart. right? It's about whether they are well prepared or not. Yeah, this is the thing I discovered. I discovered that some people have a great chart with them, but then they are not doing well. Yet I see a lot of people that so-called belong to this bad chart category, but they're able to actually thrive and create breakthrough in their life because they are prepared. Yeah. So the question here is, are you prepared or not for this upcoming period? So now, to answer that question, so we need to know when this period 9 is started and then when it will end, right? So therefore you can plan it out. So let me show you the timeline first, right? The timeline for period 9 here. Okay, pay attention to the screen. I'm going to share with you. So of course, before period 9 would be period 8 as shown on the screen right now. This one is period 8. So period 8 is this is the time frame 2004 until 2023, right? So this is the one. And then the period 9, the official timeline would be 2024 until 2043. So it's 20 years. Then you might ask, right, why now? Right? Since it's only stated at 2024, why we need to bother now? Why people already telling us that right now we're already in period 9? It's because there's a reason I actually write down this 2020 here, because the transition of the energy already started since December 2020, right? So I would say last year, December, that time the transition already started, and it will take some time to actually complete or actually have a full transformation. So the full transformation will be on 2024. So right now we are transiting, we're in period 9, but we are not completed yet until 2024, right? So we only start, the transformation is just started. Don't you realize that a lot of things already changed, right? How we actually how we work, the way we work right now, due to pandemic, and then that the technology is we're using a different, the way we conduct business already different. You see a lot of changes already happening, right? So therefore you need to wait until 2024, to see this full flash of changes here. So now, once we know this piece of information, the next question here is, how do we benefit from it? Right now we know, okay, period 9 is about the timing, right? So it's a timing. So how can we really benefit from it? There are so many ways. One way you can understand the trend, so you can do things differently. And also another way here, you also can use Feng Shui to actually benefit from different period, right? Because some of you here learned Feng Shui before, so you can actually utilize Feng Shui to make sure that you maximize the period 9 energy. So this would be the topic that we'll talk about today, because this webinar is about Feng Shui, right? So, and I think the title is about 5 strategy about Feng Shui compliance. So this one, therefore, I'm going to talk more from Feng Shui perspective in today's webinar here. Of course, period 9 is a vast subject, right? I cannot cover everything within 1 hour, of course, but I will give you the first step. At least you can do something about it, right? So among so many systems, I'm going to talk about Feng Shui first, today. So, and how do we start this is, some of you are very new to Feng Shui. So let me just give you a brief introduction, what is Feng Shui is. So Feng Shui in a nutshell is about actually analyzing the energy of the environment. So once we're able to know the energy, whether the quality of the energy, then we can position ourselves in the right area. So Feng Shui, in a summary, would be the art of positioning, right? You want to position yourself in a good area. Think about this, right? Let me ask you one very simple question here. Let's say, imagine that your house, and right now you have 3 bedrooms, and you discover that bedroom A contain positive energy and bedroom B and C contain negative energy. Tell me, which room would you rather to sleep in? Room A, B, or C? Type in the chat box right now. Okay, I want to see your reply here. Okay. So now let's say you have the room. Okay, a lot of you say A, right? So this is yes, I see a lot of A here. I think most of you is type A. Every one of you type A. Okay, all right, nice. So why? Right, because the energy there is good, right? Cool. So therefore, if you chose A, you're already using Feng Shui. Yeah, I'm just telling you, right? That's how Feng Shui being deployed. Yeah, a lot of you here are saying that, it's hard to learn Feng Shui, right? But you already just do a Feng Shui assessment. Yeah, the fact that you type A means that you're already using Feng Shui. Yeah, I want to tell you how simple it is, right? So why we engage a Feng Shui master or Feng Shui consultant to go into your house? In the end, it's their job to tell you which area is good and which area is bad. Because they learned Feng Shui before, they have certain formula to assess it. But in the end, it boils down to good or bad area only, right? So after that, is your decision, right, to where you want to sleep or where you want to spend more time in, right? So therefore, Feng Shui in the end is about positioning. So it's where you spend more time in. So if you discover that your living hall have a positive energy, then common sense, you're going to spend more time there, right? It's a good energy area, just like your friends, right? If you want to become better, you want to become successful, would you like to spend more time with a group of people that are very successful in nature, or you want to spend with another group of people that they are very lazy, they're wasting their time? If you want to become better, which group? Of course, you want to spend time with all these successful people, right? Because within proximity, your environment will actually affect you. Yeah, we cannot ignore the fact that the people we spend time with will influence us, either for better or for worse, right? So therefore, people also contains energy. So Feng Shui, instead of people, we're talking about the energy in certain area in your house. So we're going to spend time on those areas that is good for you. Okay, so that is Feng Shui. So, and once we know this, right, then how do we benefit from this period 9? Yeah, period 9 Feng Shui for you, because Feng Shui there is a vast subject. But if you want to talk about one subject about maximizing Feng Shui for period 9, so we need to talking about one thing here is your house Feng Shui period 9 compliant or not? Yeah, don't you think this is important? Right, if you are in a medical field, right, so you have a lot of things you need to comply with the authority, right? There's certain regulation you need to comply, you need to have certification. Even you're in a bank or any high regulated industry, you have a lot of compliance, yeah, that you need to do, right? A lot of due diligence. So in period 9 also, we want to actually, the first question we would like to ask ourselves here is your house Feng Shui period 9 compliant or not, right? So of course, if it's not, then we want to make it compliant. Yeah, that's it. This is the one I'm going to talk about today. So there are 5 things. Yeah, there are 5 things there are 5 points I'm going to share with all of you here today, that how do you get your actually house Feng Shui period 9 compliant. Yeah, this is something very important. So let me share with you the first one first. Yeah, the first one. Let me just bring up the slide. Okay, by now you should be able to see the slide. Okay, there are 5 things that we'll talk about today. And how do you actually get a period 9 compliant house? One thing here is to calm down first. Okay, this is the most important point of all the things I'm going to talk about today. Because a lot of people, the moment they're actually talking about period 9, suddenly they get freaked out, and then they ask about, is my house, period is a period 9 compliant or not? If you're not, should I buy a new house? Suddenly they create a lot of problem for themselves that doesn't exist in the first place. Unnecessary problem. A lot of worries. So therefore, the first thing you need to actually pay attention to is you need to calm down first. In Cantonese we call lan jing dit. Calm down. Because it's not what you think. A lot of people, when you learn Feng Shui, right, our house also have a period. Some of you now you're living in a period 8 house, and then you start to worry. It's like someone that they don't know what to do right now. Say, oh, it's a bad house, I want to move. So don't jump into conclusion first, right? Period 8 house doesn't mean it's a bad house. You no need to actually upgrade to period 9. Yeah, this is the first thing that a lot of people, when you actually thinking about upcoming period 9, they'll think, should I actually buy a new house or change something, upgrade it to period 9? Do I need to actually demolish my house and build again? No need. Because a lot of people think period 9 house is the best house. No, right? Because even period 8 house or period 7 house also can be equally good in period 9. You get what I mean? Yeah, so it's not compulsory for you to actually upgrade your house to period 9 for the sake of upgrading. Okay, so all of you here are staying in the house right now, right? So all of you here already know the period of the house. If you don't, so just to let me show you an example here. So, and this is the timetable. Okay, all right. So I just transfer all of you here to another room. So hopefully the voice right now is can you guys still can hear me right now? If you can hear me right now, yeah, type the word yes. Okay, cool. All right. Nice. Okay. Calm down, calm down. All right. Cool. Okay, a lot of yeses here. So we can continue. So what we're going to talk about just now would be the period, right? So the period of the house. So let me share with you again the screen where the thing here, right? So you want to know the house right now is, if as long you move in within this period here. Let me just draw something. So over here. All right, so it's fine. A lot of people say, hey, shall I actually move to a new house later on? It's fine. Whether you are period 8 house, period 7 house, or period 6 house, doesn't matter. Right? It doesn't make your feng shui bad just because we shift to period 9 right now. Okay, I want you to be clear on this. So therefore, the first message I want all of you here to actually to know is, it's not your house, there's nothing wrong. So the fact you think your house is wrong, that thought alone is a problem. Okay, so everyone clear? So because I want to actually make it clear that doesn't matter what house period of your house right now, it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean that the moment period 9 you transit to period 9, your house suddenly become a bad feng shui. Yeah, it's not about that. Okay, so this is the first thing here for you. All right, cool. So the next one I'm going to talk about here is this one. Right, so and the power spot for period 9. Yeah, so let me just show you this slide here first. Okay, all right. So this one will be a period power spot. Okay, so just to answer just now the question, my point here is like this: doesn't matter what period your house is. It doesn't make your feng shui bad. Okay, so doesn't matter. So whether it's a period 8 house right now, or period 7, or period 6, or period 7, you upgrade to period 8, doesn't matter. Yeah, that's what I try to say. Okay, that's why I say calm down. So okay, everyone clear on this? Okay, the second one here that I'm going to talk about here today is the power spot. Right, because if you look into this period 9, so let me show you the energy map for period 9 here. For period 9, there are one sector that is very important. So if you look at this energy map here, where is the I would say the number 9 located? Everyone look at this Loshu map right now. So tell me, yeah, where, since we are talking about period 9 right now, where is this number 9 located? Is it in the west? Is it in the east box or in the south? Yeah, look properly on the shared screen right now. Where do you think is located? In the south. Okay, all right, nice. And you know that period 9 will actually occupy the next 20 years, right? So it's a very long time. So you need to know the power spot in your house. Yeah, for period 9. Yeah. So and okay, let me show you again on this this thing here. If you look at period 9 will actually last until 2024, until 2043. So we are talking about 20 years. Yeah, it's a very long time. So it's very important for us to know. So since all of you here actually typing number 9 is in the south, right? So which means that the south in your house is very important when you're talking about benefiting from the period 9 energy. Yeah, this is something very important. Okay, so now the first question I would like to ask yourself here is, is your house, you want to check your house, is there a missing south sector in your house or not? Right, you can miss any sector, right? In period 9, you cannot miss the south sector. So normally the house shape, if you look at the floor plan, some of you are rectangle, some of you are square, it's fine. But some of the house, they're not a perfect square, right? Some of the area is missing. So we don't like to have a house that the south sector is missing. Okay, so let me just see whether I can draw something on here. Okay, so let's do this here. Let's say the house is like this. Okay, and then you discover that this area is missing, right? And this area is a south area. Then we don't like this, yeah, because the power spot, remember talk about the power spot. So the power spot in period 9, yeah, the power spot for period 9 is in the south sector. So which means that, let's say in the future, right, from now onwards, you want to buy a house, yeah, make sure that the south sector is not missing. Yeah, so if you're missing the south sector, so which means that you cannot enjoy the benefit of period 9 fully. Yeah, the feng shui energy for period 9 that bring into your house, because in period 9, south sector is the most prosperous sector, right? And out of so many sector, you miss out you are missing the prosperous sector. Then therefore, this would not be an ideal house for period 9. Okay, I doesn't care about your house, what period your house are built in, during which period. I don't care. I'm just talking about, is your south sector is intact or not? Yeah, that is very important. Okay, so check. All right, so some of you, Hannah, say that what if the south area is a bathroom and stock is a storeroom area? Is fine, right? As long as it's not missing. Okay, make sure it's not missing first, right? So check on that. So Hon Ying say whether it's facing or sitting, doesn't matter, right? I'm talking about just either you're missing or not missing the sector. So I want all of you here to check, and then this also be a useful tips for you if you want to buy another house, right? How many of you here planning to buy another house in the upcoming few years time, right? So don't you think this is important to you, right? Because we are not like buying house every single day, right? Probably we can buy a house maybe 2 houses per year or 1 house per year. So we don't want to regret after we bought it, right? So if you plan to do this, write down this: your south sector must not be missing. Yeah, this is non-negotiable. Okay. Yeah, so now we are getting to the step of what? To become period 9 compliant house. Yeah, if you want a period 9 compliant house, south sector must be there. If you're not there, your house already not compliant from the start. So yeah, so long story cut short, that house will not be good. Okay, all right. So Molly Ong say, what is the balcony area? Doesn't matter, right? Whether it's a balcony, your storeroom, or whatever, veranda, or your whatever it is fine. Yeah, remember, as long it's not missing. Yeah, that's all I'm asking. Okay, is it that complicated? Right? Either I don't just intact in the house is fine. Okay, doesn't matter it's a bathroom or what. Okay, clear? Yeah, this one is for you to know. Yeah, write down. This is remember the first compliance what you need to calm down, right? No matter what house your period house is, it doesn't matter. If some of you are beginner, you don't know what is your house period your house belong to is fine. The point here is it doesn't make a house a bad feng shui. Okay, so it's clear. Second point here I'm talking about is your power spot in every house to comply to period 9. South sector must be intact. So Brian Oy asked about how about half is missing. Half is missing means half compliant. Okay, very easy. Okay, so and then Stacy's asked, what if my house partition out for renting out on the south is there? It's fine, right? So it doesn't matter whether the house, your part of it you're renting out is fine. It's still your house. Okay, all right. So Jennifer say mine is intact. That is good. Okay, all right. Chris Chong say if house missing means what? So means that you're half compliant. You might not receive the full benefit. You receive 50% of it. Okay, so other people are maybe using the 6G line, then maybe you are still 4G. Okay. Yeah, that's what it means. Right? Do you realize that how fast the technology is? Yeah, while people are talking about 5G, right? Right now, the 6G technology already coming in. Yeah, so by having this there already, which means that you already have this connection. Yeah, the connection there already. So which means that some benefit will be there because it's compliant. So when you apply feng shui later on, the house will become more effective and then you see the results are faster that way. Okay, cool. Yeah, only on the south sector. And why is like this? Because we always base on the low shoe chart. Yeah, let me show you again the low shoe chart. This chart here is you look at this one here. Yeah, the number 9 is in the south, right? Therefore, south is important. Okay, Aaron, clear on this. Okay, all right, so cool. So now, the third thing here, right? The third thing I'm going to talk about is fulfillment, right? So how do you actually? This is to add one more thing. We build one layer over another. Just now, the south must be intact first, and then also if you look at feng shui, right? I want all of you here to know that this information that you're going to learn today is not just you need to look at not just for your existing house. This information to look for is also useful when you want to buy a new house, in the near future, right? So if your house doesn't fit certain criteria, it's fine. It's not the end of the world, right? Remember the period 9 transition, which slowly transit to 2024. You still have time, right? Do this, right? So you must, so don't be so suddenly become depressed or you cannot sleep and that kind of thing. No, it's fine, right? Aim higher. If your house doesn't comply, some of it, set a new goal this year that you want to acquire a better feng shui house, a period 9 compliant house in the next few years' time. Is it achievable? Of course, right? If you set your mind to it and then you have the right strategy, so I would say that there's a high chances for you to be able to secure another property for you. Okay, cool. Now, and Michelle Homer say if building a house, should south be the front door? No, don't actually do that. South is not like everything also south. So we're just talking about the south sector is important, right? So Michelle Homer, the door location depends on the configuration of the house. Okay, not necessarily must be in the south, right? So it not be, right? So let's not add in more formula on it, right? I'm just talking about the south sector is important in period 9. It cannot be missing that sector. That's all. Okay. All right. Cool. So and then just now we're talking about let's say you want to buy a new house, right? You want to actually make it compliant. So and some of you are very new to feng shui, and you might not know that 70% of the feng shui actually is come from outside, but not the inside the house. Some of you already learned Feng Shui, you probably already knew this. So in summary, it's like this. 70% of your Feng Shui are determined by the environment. Yeah, not what is inside the house. Right? So which means that if the environment is good, you already secure 70% of the Feng Shui. Yeah, what is outside? Then what are we looking for, right? Whenever we're talking about Feng Shui, we're talking about external environment. What we're looking for, we're only looking for two things. Yeah, we're only looking for two things in Feng Shui. The first one would be a mountain, and then the second one would be the water, right? Because these two is an indicator of a chi. I would say the presence of chi within that vicinity. Yeah, therefore, these are the two indicators. For example, like, how do you know someone is healthy? There's certain indicator you measure, right? It could be high blood pressure, it could be temperature. Yeah, there are certain measurement, right, to have to indicate whether someone is healthy or not. And for a Feng Shui perspective, whether we know that area is healthy, there are only two indicators we are using: the mountain and the water. Right, so if that area there's a presence of mountain or water, at least the Feng Shui and the area, at least it's not that bad, right? If you go to an area that there are no mountain, there are no water at all, then you can skip that house. If you want to actually do a house hunting, right? You want to know, even you don't know a lot about Feng Shui, but by just observing this piece of this observation here, you can actually tell roughly that area is good or not. Let's say tomorrow you want to buy a new house, you go to a sales gallery, because most of the time you want to buy a house, the house is not built yet, right? So how do you tell the Feng Shui? It's very easy. You look at the surrounding of on the site, yeah, where they're going to build the building or the house. If you discover that area, there are no mountain, there are no water, skip it, right? The Feng Shui on that area is not good already. This is a quick one for you. Okay? Right, so everyone clear on this, right? If you go to a place that's totally flat and then you don't even see a water, then give it a pass, right? Look for another one if you're aiming for good Feng Shui, right? So don't stick with all this. Okay, cool. So now, and the next one here is like this. How do we actually achieve make the house even better? Remember we talked about the environment just now, right? There are two indicators we are looking at. The mountain and water. So in period 9, there are something that if you look for a house, you want to comply to period 9, you want to gain benefit from it. So the mountain position is very important, right? So let me share with you where the mountain position should be in period 9. So now, if you look at, let's say this is your house, right? You want to buy a house at the center here. So we would like to actually see this mountain is from the south area. So imagine this one is your house, and then from the south area looking out, you see a mountain. Yeah, this is good for period 9. In period 9, the south, we would like to see mountain. This will boost up your house Feng Shui dramatically. Okay, so this is one of the things you want to look for. So you cannot see a mountain, maybe that area is a hilly area or a higher ground. That one we also consider, right? Let's not just take the word mountain literally here. So it could be a higher ground, it could be a hill, it could be a hilly area, right? So if that area is higher, that would be the third period 9 compliant. Yeah, from the south, you want to see a higher ground or a mountain. Okay, so Pauline asks, if no mountain, tall building, is it considered? I would say no, right? It must have come from natural form first. Yeah, we're talking about, let's stick with the natural form first. Okay, so the south area. So for example, like in the future, you want to actually buy a house, right? You want to buy a house, right? So very simple. You go to the area, you look from reference point, starting from the house you're going to buy, looking out to the south area, do you see a mountain or not? Right, so if you see a mountain, then this is a good feature to have in period 9. So you can actually double up your Feng Shui power in the house. Yeah, this is very powerful. And mountain in Feng Shui govern fulfillment, govern happiness, govern relationship, and govern health. So if you want, so basically it's govern the person well-being or the person mindset. So you want to live in a house that you're able to benefit from the period 9 Feng Shui to make you feel better, you have more confidence, you're happier, you enjoy a better relationship, then this is the configuration you should look for. Aaron here. And again, this is not a deep dive into Feng Shui. I'm telling you the concept here. Okay, so of course, when you learn, there are so many things to look into, but this is the main concept, right? So at least you know which property to skip and which property you can actually evaluate further. Okay, so I know some of you say you don't have a mountain in the south, is fine, right? So look for one in the future. Okay, so it's not the end of the world, right? You're still fine until you discover that, oh, I should have a mountain in the south. Then suddenly you become depressed. Now, don't. Okay, relax. Okay, some of you say my country don't have many mountain. Yeah, so if you don't have, then look for one. Yeah, there'll be some. It might not be that easy because there's not a lot, right? Make this as your goal. Right, so a lot of people also tell me in Singapore they don't have mountain. Actually, there's a lot of hill. Yeah, but a lot of Singaporeans actually told me that they cannot see. It's a flat land. You look at Singapore. Actually, it's not a lot of hill there. A lot of hill. Yeah, because we don't train to see it. Yeah, we don't observe it. Right? If you ask anyone about who is a shopaholic, you ask them where is the Louis Vuitton is, which floor in the shopping mall, and then where's the Hermes bag boutique. They can bring you there, even with their eye closed, because they're trained to see it. We pay attention to it, right? So, and if it's for a sometimes we don't pay attention to mountain or hill because we are not doing Feng Shui, right? We don't focus on that. We focus on the cars in the building. We don't focus on the mountain. But even in Singapore, there's a lot of hill, right? Bukit Timah is a hill, right? Orchard Hill also is a higher ground. There's so many. And do you realize that a lot of rich people that live in hilly area, yeah, this phenomenon actually apply throughout the whole world. Do you realize that somehow, this is a super rich neighborhood. Do you realize that somehow the environment is a hilly area? So that is even not only in Singapore, in Malaysia, in the state, everywhere. So that is the one of the, if there's any indicator that how Feng Shui work, try to observe that phenomenon. Yeah, it's happened throughout the whole world. Okay, yeah. So now, and this is one of the things you need to look for. Okay, this is the third one. Okay, so now, how about the next one here? The next one I'm going to talk about here is how many of you here want more opportunities, right? So if in period 9, you want to gain more opportunities in terms of your wealth, and maybe you want to start your own business, you want to start your own empire, or probably at least maybe you just want to actually climb a corporate ladder. So you need more opportunities, you want more wealth opportunities. And nowadays, a lot of people like to actually invest, right? Invest is a big thing right now. Everyone talking about investment. Yeah, especially like Bitcoins. I think about an hour ago, I've been told that it already hits 51,000 US dollar, right? So now huge. A lot of people talking about investment everywhere, right? So therefore, if you are actually want to grow your wealth, you want to actually do this, you want the house Feng Shui also to support you in terms of financial opportunities. Don't you think this is important? Just now the mountain governs what? Govern happiness, govern well-being, govern relationship, govern health, right? So beside that, we also need to have ability to create more money, right? So you can have more freedom, we have more options in life. Yeah, so we can spend more time with family, we can do whatever we want, right? So therefore, opportunities is also very important. Therefore, the next thing I want to share with you here is about opportunities. This is the fourth component I'm going to talk about right now. Opportunities. Yes, in period 9, you want to comply to this, so you get more opportunities. So just now, remember there are 2 criteria on Feng Shui. One is mountain, right, which we already talked about just now, and then the second one and the last one is the water. Still remember? So water, somebody said, what is water mean? Water mean it could be a lake, it could be a river, and then it could be a place, a swimming pool. Yeah, also consider water, right? So and just now the mountain, right? I saw some of you asking about this mountain. Mountain, how do we actually trace whether it's a good mountain or not? So a good mountain is a greenish mountain. Yeah, that you cannot see the rocks, so the mountain is very healthy, a lot of plants or trees there. It's a greenish mountain. It's considered a good mountain. Okay, so how about water? A good water, there are two criteria. All right, the first one, the water must be clear. If the water is murky, is dirty, then it's a bad water, right? We don't like that. So it has to be clear, at least it's clean. Okay, and then the second criteria about the water is the water cannot be gushing water. Not like monsoon drain, right? The water is very fast, it's not a gushing water. It has to be water where it's sentimental water. Yeah, if you see a river, there's a curve, right? So the water doesn't actually gushing out in and out very fast. Actually, there's a curve, so the water actually can be nearing, and then it'll be very, I would say, they call this a sentimental water. We like that. The water moving slow, right? Or even a lake, right? The lake, of course, is good, right? Because the water is there. It doesn't have a wave like in the ocean. So a still water also good, or slow moving water. Okay, right? So, and like I mentioned just now, it could be a lake, it could be a swimming pool, it could be a river. Yeah, so many ways you can see this. So once we know this one, in period 9, we would like to actually see, because once we actually observe there's a water, you can actually tell them that one thing here is where the water position. Just now the mountain is in the south, right? So for the water, the best location to see water in period 9 would be in the north area, right? So I won't explain the technical why it's like this. For now, you just look at the north. So if you pay attention to this thing, you see where's the north? North is here, right? So in period 9, the north, we like to see water. Okay, so water would be a great one. So if you have this water in the north, let's say you buy a house in the future, you want to hunt for you want to hunt for new houses. Then if the south you see mountain and the north you see water, this is a period 9 compliant house. Okay, clear? So I'm not talking about the door facing. It doesn't matter where the house facing is or where it is, doesn't matter. The house, is it possible the house can be faced west, right? But the mountain, as long as it's in the south and the water in the north, is still a compliant. Yeah, your house could be faced northeast. It doesn't matter, right? So I noticed some of you say, is it facing or not? So it doesn't matter. Okay, right? So it doesn't matter facing your house or the location of the door in the house, doesn't matter. It's just like this. You go to the house at the center, looking out to the south, you see mountain. If you see the mountain, okay, it's period 9 compliant. And then you look from the north direction looking out. Let's say this is your house. If you see a water feature, then it also period 9 compliant. Okay, so you can enjoy the benefit of the overall Feng Shui in period 9. Okay, all right. So, and some of you say virtual water. We are not talking about virtual water here. So the road is not considered. We're talking about the landform, the real landform outside. Yeah. So some people consider road as a virtual water. That one will not be considered. Yeah, we're looking at real water here. Okay, someone say that how far from the house is considered good. As long as you can see it, it's considered good. Okay, all right. So Christina say, what if the river between the house and the mountain? Yeah, it doesn't matter whether it's between where, it's the location of the water. It's in the north. This is the best direction. So someone say, can I put an aquarium? No, this one is not about the aquarium. This one is external. Yeah, external features. So it's not about what you put inside the house. So someone say, what if the hold on, let me just look through all the question here. So what if the view are blocked by your neighbor house? Yeah, so if it's blocked by a neighbor house, means you cannot see it. your neighbor can tap to it, but not you. Yeah, that's what it means. So the one that can see it, they're able to tap the most of the benefit. So if you cannot see it, or your neighbor house block your view, then which means that your neighbor get it first, you only get the leftovers. Yeah, that is the thing here. Okay, Vivian say no water in the north sector. Can we put a bottle of still water? No. Yeah, this one is already there. Yeah, it's not about you putting something. That one is called activation. Yeah, that one is not part of the external environment. Okay. All right. So Li Yun say, is the man-made lake considered? Yes, it considered. So how about the sea? The sea normally we don't consider is a good water feature. It's still a water, but it's not I would say a good water feature, because the sea, there's a wave, right? It's keep hitting the shores, so the water is very aggressive. It's not a slow moving or still water. So and therefore it might not able to retain the energy. So it's not a good feature if you're talking about the ocean. Okay, all right. I see some fountain in the north outside. Okay, fountain, first of all, might not be a good water features because it's not a still water. Okay, Ashlyn, yeah, you're asking about the fountain. Yeah, so fountain normally is not a good feng shui features to have. Isaac say, in KL, where can I find this? There's so many places you can find this, right? So just do some this is how I actually tell people to do this, So how many of you here having trouble looking for a period 9 compliant house? Yeah, so that's something I actually do it myself. Every time I want to actually look for a house I want to buy, I discovered that if I use my time to go to actually look for this, it will be very hard. Right? So what I do here, I just train the agent. I just tell them, okay, only the house that you see the south there's a mountain and then the north there's a water, then only you call me. So the agent will do all the hard work for me, filter out until it fulfill my criteria. Okay, so therefore you will not waste my time. Otherwise, I'm going to run here and there, looking for all this. No, because the agent, they're familiar with the area that they're selling, right? So it's faster for them to actually shortlist all the right criteria for us, right? So therefore, this is how I tell my agent, right? And most of the time, they are more willing to help you to do it because they want the sales, right? And then it's not hard for them, yeah, because direction just north and south, so they can look for it. Okay, so this one is another area that you want to actually look for whenever we're talking about compliance. Okay, so are you guys okay so far? Do you enjoy this information? Yeah, if you like this so far, this is an overview, all right? This is not the real period 9 course here. That one, of course, you need to discuss more detail, you measure everything, but this is to give you a main guideline, what you're going to actually expect, yeah, or how do you make this period 9 compliant house. And I believe that, learning is something that is not like we learn one day, it's a progressive learning, right? So therefore, I have a lot of contents. So just in case you want to learn more, here is something that I publish information almost daily. And sometimes this is where if you want to learn more about Chinese metaphysics, like clashing the goat in 2021, what happened, achievement manifestation, how do you do this? Actually, all this information is for free that you can actually download, or can view it from your smartphone at the comfort of your smartphone. All right. So, and if you're interested on this, I actually post all this information for free on this my Telegram channel. You can actually join this channel later on. If you're probably, I know that a lot of you here already subscribed to this, but if you're new here, you want to learn Chinese metaphysics in a simple way daily, then this is the link for you to join, right? So you can scan the QR code or you can take a photo first and then you join later. There's a link at the bottom as well. So do this, and then from there you can learn more, yeah, every single day, right? The key here is to make a small improvement every single day. Yeah, so yeah, do this. Okay, all right. So, and the next thing, Yeah, the final thing I want to talk about with you today, yeah, is the fifth one here is this. Let me just show you the screen again. Okay, so this one here this is what I call the period 9. The fifth one here is the winning trends, right? Because every period there are different trends in each period. So we want to know the trend in business, your career as well, right? So you want to adjust from there. You can adjust your feng shui to actually benefit from those trends, right? Because not feng shui is not like one size fit it all, the kind of thing. It depends on what you are doing. Maybe you are a speaker right now. You're maybe you're a coach. Therefore, speaking ability is very important. But if let's say you're a CEO, probably leadership is something that's very important, right? You want to make sure that the industry is supporting you. So that's why we call this a winning trends in period 9. So of course, if you look at period 9, there are a few things that I want you to pay attention to. I think I tell this numerous times already, but some of you are very new here. Period 9 is where you're able to see the rise of women. You see that a lot of power position will going to occupy by women, right? Or leadership position, or probably a very high level ranking position. This is you see that women will be I would say the powerful and dominant figure in period 9. Yeah, so why this is important, right? Because you also, if you know this, if you are running your own business, right? So you know what kind of market you can serve into, right? So that would be the one of it. Okay. So and then the second one here is if you look at this period 9, you know that there's a birth of there's a rise in terms of technology, the tech. Right, so which means that I actually talked about this 2 years ago, right? So some of you, they took action early. You already invest in the stocks in the tech companies, right? Now you see, the price actually, the stock prices actually is inflated, right? So a lot. So if you take action earlier, you can actually already make some already tap to this advantage of period 9, right? So this is one of it. So there's so many things. There are a lot of trends coming in. Don't you think this is important for you to plan your ahead on your career, right? By knowing all this, and you know that in period 9 also, spirituality will become one of the hot topic, right? So if you are you are spiritual gurus, you're talking about healing, you're talking about energy, or you're talking about unconventional medicines. So this is what people are looking for in period 9. Right, so there's a lot more, right? I just talk about one of those things here. So the point here I try to tell you here is you want to benefit from it, yeah, by knowing this, and then you use your feng shui to actually align and set it in a way that support your goal in period 9, based on this information. Yeah, that's how you're using it. Okay, so one thing I want you to know here is like this. So in this part here is going to be, it will last for 20 years. Yeah, so 20 years is a very long time, right? So if you have a choice, yeah, if you want to become successful, yeah, not all of us have the privilege to go through the transition to the new period. Yeah, maybe some of the people right now, they are just like 9 years old right now, right? So it doesn't really important to them, right? They're still studying. But those of you are listening right now, just to tell you that, we, in a way that we are actually fortunate and grateful that we're able to witness the transition of the period. Yeah, so at the right moment where we have the ability to take action and then to make some important changes in our life, right? So therefore, we want to tap to this right now. So let me tell you one thing here. If you are committed, yeah, you want to actually become the master, yeah, in this upcoming period. So what the thing I'm talking about here, there'll be a big changes happening in period 9, right? So big changes. A lot of people say, hey, is it something bad will happen or something? No, it's not. It's not all is doom and gloom, right? So if you look at if the recent event is any indication, then you'll notice that there will be a lot of tech companies actually booming. Some of them, right? So like Netflix, there are actually a lot of different changes they're actually doing. You see the rise of tech is coming, right? So there's so many things here you want to know. And if you look at the overall, the thing here, if you want to write on the period 9 wave, there's something I'm going to share with you, right? Some of you here, you want to write on this period 9, yeah, for 20 years. You want to have more good fortune. You want to have abundance of energy, not only for yourself, or you want to do this for your family, right? So if you want to do this, then this is something that you can would give you the returns for at least for 24 years. Yeah, at least until 2024, right? So would you like to learn? If I tell you there's something that you can actually apply to at least give you an unfair advantage until 2024, right? Who wouldn't want it, right? So therefore, here's something I want you to think about, right? Think about what you intend to accomplish in the next 24 years first. Yeah, there's a lot of things you want to achieve, right? So what are they? I want you to think deeply on this. Okay, let me show you. It could be you want to start a business, or you want to start a new career, or you want to actually grow your investment, or even you want to build your own empire, or buy a house, or even start a family. No matter what it is, as long you have a goal, then there's something you can actually work for you. So if you are interested to learn how to do this, then Dr. Joey Yap, this is the first time that he's going to teach this period 9. A new classes is called Irrefutable Laws of Period 9. Right? So the whole overall purpose here is to help you to write on the period 9 Feng Shui wave. Right? So if you want to use Feng Shui to help you to actually tap into the potential of period 9, this one would be the timing, right? On the 3rd until 15, this is a 3 days online course from 13 until 15 March 2021, right? So you can learn this right at the comfort of your own home. And some of you, I saw that you already registered. Okay, welcome. I'm looking forward to see you as well on this class here, where Dr. Joey will share with you how to use Feng Shui to maximize this period 9. Right, so let me give you some thing here. So this will include about a new laws about relationship, personal power, or how about outthink or outwit your competitors, or talking about female dominance, right? And also the self-awareness, and also how do you actually achieve success in the gig economy. And also we are also how do we benefit from this a rising technology and upskill industry. Right, so these are the one that you're going to do here. So if you are interested, so let me just share with you one more thing here. One thing for sure, that due to this pandemic, your home is no longer just a home, right? So it's also is a place where you actually work as well, right? So therefore, if you choose to join us on this period 9 program, you also got this extra bonus. This would, I say, a work from home Feng Shui, right? You want to set up your home so to support you while you're working in your home, in your own home right now, right? So this is something you can do. And the first session already full already on 7th of February. And while the next one will be on the 5th of March, 2021, right? So now we still have time to do this, to make this happen. So this will be the bonus you're going to get. So let me summarize this for you. Okay. So, the first one is talking about is a period 9 program, 3 days by Dr. Joey. So the price will be 1,997. And then if you actually join us today, you're going to get this bonus about work from home Feng Shui. This one will be 497. This for you for free. And the total, the next one we're going to talk the second bonus you're going to get here is also this Feng Shui implementation session. So this is a 6 monthly session with the team Joey Up, because once you learn the period 9 program, right, you want to know how do you apply. I'm sure you have a lot of questions, right, or how do you actually apply this in your own house, because sometimes maybe your house there is a missing sector, or maybe it's a bathroom, right? So how do we work around with those limitations? So therefore, don't worry, we have 6 monthly session that you can ask questions to the team Joey Up about Feng Shui implementation. Yeah, so this is a great deal. This is the second bonus. So this is the three things we're talking about just now. The period 9 program, and then bonus 1, and also the bonus 2 thing here. So in total here would be total, if you want to interested to actually learn all of this here, the total price would be 3,694. And for today, right? So you can actually get all of these three things here only for 1,997, right? So if you are interested, so this would be the best deal here. Let me show you the link here. Okay, so you can see on the screen right now, there's a link, joeyup.com/p9/Norris here. So you can actually look at there and then click, and then the team here will also post at the chat box as well. The link, you can click on the link to actually enroll yourself, right? So to secure the bonus today. Okay, so I think the team will also type in the link on the chat box right now, or you can actually click on the link as shown on the screen to secure this enrollment. Okay, so I also some of you might not able to actually make it on the date listed on the screen right now. So the good thing here is you still can actually, if you're worried about making to the dates, so all the live stream events will have a replay. You have 30 days access to watch it as many time needed within the 30 days, right? So don't worry if you're not able to make it on the actual course dates, although we encourage you to actually make it on the actual date, but just in case in any event you're not able to make it, then there'll be a 30 days replay. Okay, so no worries. So, and that now, so if I understand that for some of you here, if 1,997 is a stretch for you, so how about this? Yeah, you can start now, kickstart this knowledge that will last for 20 years with just 300 USD today, and then subsequent 5 payments of 360 later on, right? So this is something you can do here. And if you need more flexible payment option, so you can talk to us, right? We have custom payment plans. On if you're Malaysian and Singaporeans, you can the bank arrangement, you can arrange up to 36-month installment, or maybe paying through the PayPal. There's so many ways you can actually make the payment. We want to make it easy for you. So talk to the team here, then they can actually guide you, what is the best option for you. Okay. All right. So, and yeah, take advantage of all these bonus. These are time limited bonus. So I'm not sure next time we'll be able to get this, but today definitely you're going to get this, right? So if you think that you want to actually tap to the full potential of this upcoming period 9, this is the program, the only program you can able to do this, right? So there's a link here, joab.com/p9/Norris, right? Click on the link, and on the right hand side you also can see the link on the offer box as well. Okay. All right. So this is the one I recommend you to take, right? Because you're going to learn from the master himself, Dato' Joey Yap, and you're going to learn a lot of key information to make you have to outperform your competitor, achieve more happiness and more wealth as well. Yeah, that is the goal, right? We want to achieve here. So, and I hope that all of you here enjoy today's webinar. Yeah, I hope that I really give you a concept or some understanding about period 9. So if you are thinking this is something you want to explore further, I also provide you the next step moving forward. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed today's seminar. This webinar, I think 1 or 2 hours here, and I hope that all of you here will have an enjoyable, blessed and healthy new year. All right, so till then, I would say keep in touch and never stop learning and stay healthy. Okay, I hope to see you guys again very soon. Okay, all right, I'm Iverson Lee. Happy New Year.